a mass discussion. Can't you see them dad boys are casting? Testing competition on their podcast mission. Never know what you get. It's chaotic precision. If you don't know, you better find out the dad pack. Are here to prove a point. We three kings just believe that you don't want to tussle with them. This show is thunder. Subscribe and tune in, and you're laughing to the very end. Don't turn your back on the dad pack. Don't turn your back on the dad pack.
Put the kids to bed. The dads are home. We are the DWO podcast, representing the dad world order. Where the jokes are bad, the advice is questionable, but the love is all real. I am the pretty face papaw, Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. And with me, as always, the rest of this patriarch pack. We've got the big bad bearded daddy. He is Big Rig Eric Maffey.
Oh, if you hear me, baby, let's go.
Yeah, 10-4, good buddy. And he is the perpetual mid-carder and the two-time world record holder. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Bo Cephas.
We are on day 1,369. Nice. And today I'm rocking a Hallowed shirt. And
that is a throwback.
Yeah, we happen to have one half of the Hallowed here. So,
well, how about that? As Mr. Magnificent said, we are the DWO podcast, and tonight we have with us a very special guest. We've been wanting to have this guy on forever. He is the BareKnuckle Berserker, the Merciless Lord Crewe. Sir, how the heck are you?
I'm doing pretty damn good, guys. Aside from just the crippling depression that I'm still feeling from last night's Bengals debacle. But aside from that, I'm happy to be here with you fellas.
Well, we're glad you're here.
And
we
just
can all
real quick,
misery together.
Before we get too far away from that intro, holy shit, that had me laughing my ass off. That was so good.
That's this guy right here.
Yep.
That's so good.
We've come a long way with our intros, that's for sure. And you know what? It makes me feel good every time we pop somebody with our intro. So that
it worked.
That's awesome.
It certainly worked.
You do. You get the OG Wolfpack tune, and then you're not expecting him to start singing, and then he does, and you're just like, oh hell yeah!
Oh hell
yeah! Well, you popped us earlier with the show with that freaking Macho Madness back there behind you. God damn!
Yeah,
he's gonna love the intro.
It's pretty sweet. Some may dare to say it's a little too sweet.
Too sweet.
But
I'll tell you this: there's times where we're say we're at Squared Circle or like a wrestling show or something like that. We're wearing our DWO stuff, and it's got like Wolfpack all over it and everything. The amount of times that somebody comes up to me and like tries to give me the too sweet, it takes me off guard because I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, that's why you're doing that. Yeah,
that's why you're doing it because it looks like NWO. Because it always takes me off guard because I'm like, I don't do this with anybody. But then I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right.
You do now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of worked yourself into that one.
I did, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
What's crazy to me was when people recognize it at like Walmart and shit. And when they see, like, I had my hat on that long ago, and somebody's like, oh, man, I just listened to your episode. I was like, oh, like, okay. All right. Real people. You know what I mean? I know my cousins and shit and all my friends, but when I see people out in the wild, it's different. I get recognized a lot for my belly too, which is pretty fucking cool. But by the way, I don't know if you guys know the stats on that, but 350,000 views on my stomach within the last month. I've never had a post go that viral ever.
The fact that 350,000 people have looked at your belly button and been like, that's weird.
Which, by the way, Crew, you fucking you destroyed me with a burn that has lasted since then. When we were at fucking Squared Circle, you said I looked like the fucking Men in Black alien, and all I needed cigarettes and a coffee, and my brother has ran with that. So I keep getting memes.
Well, you do because you when you're walking around, you kind of like arch your back.
You kind of have that like sway back, like,
and then your little belly pops out, and it's too perfect.
Did you ever play the Beavis and Butthead video game for like Sega? You know when Butthead would run, how he like fucking leans all that? Yeah.
Yes.
God damn it. Hey, well, you're right.
Man, what a throwback though. Beavis and Butthead video game for Sega.
Yeah.
That was where I found out about gore.
Aging myself with that one. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found out that gore existed because of that video game. When I found out that it was a real band, I was like, oh shit, that's a real thing. Like, okay, I'm in.
Hell yeah. Well, we have known about you for quite a while. Really, I found out about you once we started going to indie shows, and I believe we saw you at a couple NWF shows. You weren't wrestling on the card, but you were there. And I have to tell this story. Really, Mike should tell this story. The first,
so
it was one of the first. I think was it our second NWF show at Burkus Brewing?
I think so. Yeah. No, maybe our first one at Burkus. Either way,
I don't know.
Even know this story.
So I had never met you before, but like you have an absolute like kind of presence about you. You know, your look and everything like that. And I walk up to you, and like we already knew a couple people there, and we're talking, staying after, and whatnot. I was like, you either got to be a wrestler or like a tattoo artist, man. It's got to be one or the other. I felt so fucking stupid afterwards.
It's all good.
Because somebody told us, they're like, yeah, it's Lord Crewe. How do you not know that? And I'm like, dude, I'm new to this. I don't have a fucking clue.
Just getting in.
Yeah,
man, it's all
so did you got your start in the NWF though?
I did. That was where I initially trained, and I spent the first few years of my career there.
Okay. Go ahead, Mike.
No
one
shit.
of Roger's kids. That's cool.
Fucking A.
I forgot that was sitting there.
How long have you been wrestling now?
As a matter of fact, November will be my 10th year since I had my first match.
Wow.
But I started training in July of 2015. Or no, I started training in July of 14. I had my first match in November of 15.
You just blew my mind by making me realize that 2015 is 10 years ago.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great.
It doesn't. It doesn't feel right either. It still feels like maybe COVID is what this all up. I don't know, because
it for sure threw a wrench in it. Oh, yeah.
That was like 3 years in one somehow. I don't know. It definitely was weird. Did you do any wrestling at all during COVID, or did you?
I mean, I guess it depends on what you define as during COVID. Because there were some places that were running like closed set tapings where there were no fans and stuff. Yeah. I would probably have to go back and look through like my little ledgers that I kept over the years. But fun story about wrestling and coming out of COVID. So this would have been, I think, August of 2020. So we had been, about 4 months, since everything really shut down. And one of the first, it might have actually been the very first booking I took coming out of the COVID break was No Peace Underground in Orlando. And, they were like a no-ring death match fed. It had a very like punk rock feel to it. Like it was ran in a music venue right there in the heart of downtown Orlando. And I had never done a death match before.
Oh, shit.
But I just really wanted to wrestle, bro. I hadn't done shit in months, and I just wanted to like do something. So I agreed to do it. They flew me down. That was actually, I think, the first time a promotion had ever flown me anywhere. So I was like, oh, this is kind of sick. So I get down there, and I'm still like, this is at a period of time where like masking on planes was mandatory, like, no questions asked, had to happen. So like, I mask up, go down there. I'm trying to be cautious. At the time I was helping care for my elderly grandmother. So like, I'm trying my best to be cautious and do my due diligence or whatever, because I didn't want to make her sick. So I get down there, and Florida didn't give a fuck, son. Like, Florida didn't give a fuck. It was like I had gone into a time warp. And like, because when I got down there for the show, where that venue is like I said, it's right down there in like downtown Orlando. And they had like several streets barricaded off for the weekend. And it was just like people spilling in and out of bars and nightclubs, like strangers sloppy making out in the middle of the street. And I'm like, this is a lot. Like,
there's a pandemic going on, right?
Yeah, like I'm like, this is a fucking lot. Like, you know, I've hardly had human interaction in the last several months, and now this is just. It was like
overload almost.
The other, yeah, it was basically like a sensory overload. I'm like, holy fuck, this is bananas. But yeah, so that was my first experience with wrestling post or during COVID, I guess, because we were still very much in the thick of it.
How'd the death match go?
It hurt. It hurt like a motherfucker. I gave deathmatch a shot. It's not my thing. You know, I'm not going to sit here and dog it or dog the people who do it or dog the people who like it or any of that. It just isn't for me. I gave it a shot. It's not my thing. I'll just leave it at that, you know?
Yeah.
It just seems
try
like
it once. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
I tried it like 15 times, and turns out it didn't get any better. Like I said,
it still sucks.
No, it just dude, it
still hurts,
man. It hurts, and like I've spent way too much money on tattoos and shit to just have them all like fucked up with scars, and there's so much that can go wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping that I could wrestle still for a little while, and I don't want something to fuck that up for me. Like, you know, I see videos and stuff of people getting, you know, ripped asshole appetite, having to get fucking 30 stitches from a light tube or something. And to me, it's just
all it takes is that once, man.
Yeah, dude. And I'm just, and like I said, everybody has their thing. You know what I mean? Like I gave it a shot, man, and I decided that I don't know if I'm just not good at it, or if I don't know, or maybe I just had a bad experience, but I just didn't love it. And I had to like kind of reevaluate myself. And I was like, what did I get into wrestling to do? What did I get into wrestling to accomplish? It wasn't this.
Right.
So I wasn't being true to myself. I think that was the biggest part. So I started getting some opportunities to do some like TV style wrestling, which was always more my view of what I wanted out of wrestling.
Sure.
And once I started doing that, I was like, yeah, this feels like what I'm supposed to be doing as opposed to what I was trying. So
I think it's good that you have that in your back pocket though, because in a way you have like that extra edge to any character that you're portraying. I've got this Cactus Jack in me, for lack of a better term. You know what I mean? You've got so if you ever needed to turn.
Well, I mean, I'm not sitting here doubting the fact that I'm a psychopath and like you know what I mean? Like I'm not like, you know I have a really high pain tolerance. I know that I'm tough by whatever standard, but like I don't need to prove that by you know just
mutilating yourself.
Yeah, like
I get that. But, yeah, I mean, what would this guy think about you doing deathmatch wrestling?
That guy would just be stoked he's not wearing that shit anymore.
I'm sorry, man. I found it on Google Images and I couldn't.
No, that's fine. That's actually really funny. That is actually a very easy way for me to explain how I got the name Lord Crewe. So Roger, the owner of the NWF, the guy who trained me, you know, he runs his show the way he wants it ran, and it works for him. It has for 30 plus years. So when I was getting ready to debut and he was starting to kick around some like character ideas, at the time, Game of Thrones was like the shit, you know, like that was hot. So Roger kind of looked at me, saw the beard, and like, you know, I'm 6'3" and, you know, have some size to me. So he's like, yeah, maybe there's something there. Like maybe you could do this like kind of Game of Thronesy, like medieval style, maybe like Vikingish type, just ass beater character. And I'm like, fuck it, I want to wrestle. You know what I mean? Like, so whatever's going to get the ball rolling, I'll figure it out from there. So he pitched the name. I said, sure. And then I went and got some gear made. I think I only looked like that for maybe 6 months. And then he put me in a stable with Tony Bryant and Wildcat Chris Harris. And I just took it upon myself to change up and look the way that I always thought that I should in a wrestling scenario.
That's a hell of a stable.
Hey, man, it was so fucking cool to get to – it's so cool to get to, like, work with Wildcat Chris Harris on such a close level like that so early in my career, because he was getting to pick his brain on stuff and having him kind of help guide me and tell me, like, you know, hey, maybe do this, maybe don't do this, you know, like, and just give me some of that knowledge that you can't just learn at wrestling school, you know, like it's almost got to come from somebody who's been there and done it. That was fucking awesome. And then Wildcat's become a very close, you know, like personal friend of mine, which, you know, it's wrestling's weird sometimes, you know, like when you get to a certain level, you start like becoming friends with people that you watched on TV as a kid, or like, and it's just real fucking weird, man, real surreal. But like Cat's, you know, I value Wildcat's friendship so much, and he's become such a huge part of, you know, what's made me who I am.
Yeah, you're like, I watched you fucking be one of the greatest tag teams ever in TNA, and now we're friends. Like,
now we're tagging together, and it's fucking bananas. Yeah.
That shit always sits well with me, man. Like, it's just some of the shit we've got to do before, you know, like we got, for example, I don't know if you know who Muck Sticky is, but he's one of my favorite artists of all time. I originally found him on MTV2 in like 2001.
Shit, word.
Yeah. So that's how long ago I've been listening to this guy, and he's going to be on our show next week.
That's awesome.
He's a homie, you know what I mean? So it's just like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, 20 years ago, me would be super excited to know it.
I wouldn't say we're friends with anybody, like, or friends with a lot of people that I grew up watching TV with, but some of the situations, even in, you know, in our small scope here that we've been in, has blown my mind. Yeah, so I can imagine some of your caliber, the people you.
I tell you one of the ones that really like drove it home for me, where like I was like, yo, like this is fucking cool, was not this last year at Squared Circle, but the year before. I was getting ready for my match, and that was the year I wrestled Crazy Steve.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the back. I'm getting ready for my match. You know, I'm hitting a little set of push-ups. You know, getting warmed up. I stand up, and fucking Ultimo Dragon walks by me with his whole, you know, gear on, mask and everything, and I'm just like, yo, if I could go back to like 1997 and tell like, you know, 7-year-old, 8-year-old me, like, hey, there's going to come a day where you're going to be a professional wrestler. You're going to be on the same show as Ultimo Dragon. I would never believe that in a million years.
Right.
And like, so for me, that was just like a very cool, like, wow, like this is fucking surreal stuff. Yeah.
Tell your 7-year-old self you got to wrestle Matt freaking Hardy. Like,
yeah, for real. Like, yeah,
dude, we were there at that show, and I remember, you know, Matt coming out, and you were already in the ring. But I was like, when Matt came out, I was like, dude, he gets to wrestle Matt Hardy. Fuck yeah, like,
dude. Funny, like a little behind the curtain here. So it was funny because like earlier that day, like I didn't have shit. Like, you know, they put the matches on like who's wrestling who on a board, so like you can be prepared. And they had started writing the stuff down, and I didn't have anything. So I was like, you know, whatever. So I went out and I sat by the ring, and it was me and a couple of the other guys who were there for doing day work. And Matt Hardy walked out into the arena, like out by the ring. And I jokingly said, maybe they'll just put me against Matt Hardy. And then like 10 minutes later, somebody goes, hey, Crewe, can you come here for a second? And they're like, hey, we're going to have you wrestle Hardy. I'm like,
no shit.
Is there like a hot mic sitting next to me or something? No, but it was just so, I was like, fuck, I guess I spoke it into existence. That's cool.
Yeah.
You got a hell of a pop though.
Yeah. Somebody sent me the video, and that was like mind blowing to me. Like, yeah, I get love in Cincinnati. I just wish it was like that more places.
Well, you have traveled quite a bit. Obviously, you're one of the crewmates with Jack Vaughn and Jake and Carson Drake and all those guys, Dalton, McKenzie. But my thing I really wanted to talk about is you just recently went over to Japan. What was that shit like?
Oh, dude, that was the most amazing experience of my entire life. That was always kind of my goal. Getting into this, I've always had like an admiration for like that 90s Japanese wrestling, like the Kenta Kobashis, Masawa, that era of time.
Like all Japan shit.
Yeah. Like the 90s All Japan for me was like peak Japanese wrestling. And so there was always like that desire for me to do that. And, coming up, especially like, when you start wrestling and you're coming up through the local scene and then you start hitting more of the regional stuff and, you start to expand your bubble, but Japan feels like the other side of the world because it is. And it's always like, how do I even do that? How does that come about? How does that happen? And I never knew the answer. And then I'm not going to say too much to give away how it all came about because I don't want anybody stealing my in. But but the stars kind of aligned. A promoter who I had worked closely with for a long time shot me a message and said, "Hey, would you be interested in going over and doing, a tour with All Japan?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I have my passport. I'm good to go. Like, I can leave tomorrow." Right. So he said, "Okay, let me finish this conversation and, see what happens." And then everything just pieced together beautifully, and it worked out. I went over for the 2024 Champion Carnival, which is All Japan's round robin style tournament, similar to like New Japan's G1.
Yeah.
And it was fucking fantastic. I got the debut at Korakuen Hall for the first show of the tour was in Korakuen. Got my hand raised in Korakuen on my first night there. So that moment, man, was just like it was like the culmination of almost a decade of hard work. Like, and in that moment, bro, you couldn't tell me shit. Yeah. Like, little side note, now that it's, we're a year and a half removed from that moment, I'm willing to talk about it a little more freely now because I know like kind of where I stand. I actually got severely injured my first night in Japan.
Oh,
shit.
Really?
Yeah, I got real fucked up. I tore my pectoral muscle first.
Oh shit!
Like very first night of the tour, and I had to wrestle. I was there for a month, and I had to wrestle a total of 11 matches. I decided, as a nod to Wildcat Chris Harris, I was going to use his finisher over there, the catatonic. Where you hold him this way, swing out, land. When I landed, my shoulder kicked back, and it popped my pec right off of my arm bone. When I landed, I felt something and I thought I had dislocated my shoulder, and I was like, "Oh no!" Like I've worked fucking 10 years for this, and now it's here, and now I'm gonna have to probably go home because I just fucking separated my shoulder or something. You know what I mean? So I get to the back. They have like a medical trainer on staff, and I'm trying to explain to him what's going on, but his English is not strong and my Japanese was non-existent. So like we're trying to figure this out, and he he put a big ass ice pack on me, and I get back to the hotel. I know I'm fucked. And I was like, do I say something? Do I just fucking roll with it? So I made the executive decision to just fucking roll with it. I wrestled
fucking Cody Rhodes the entire tour.
Well, so it's weird because when Cody tore his, how there was like all that purple bruising and all that.
Yeah.
Mine never looked like that. And I ended up figuring out why once I got home. So like you have this like tendon that goes across and connects there, right? It like anchors to your arm bone. Cody tore his, so it actually tore the tendon. Mine just popped from the connection point, so there's less blood vessels at the connection point, so there's not as much bruising because it was a it more or less disconnected as opposed to tore.
Right. Okay.
So like had the muscle actually torn, it probably would have looked like that. And I just decided to not get surgery because by the time I navigated the fucked up American healthcare system and, got an actual answer, I was already 3-4 months away from the injury and I was still wrestling fine. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to roll with it.
Yeah. Oh, so man. It just kind of healed on its own?
No, it's still torn. No.
Still fucked up.
So like, it's weird. Like if I'm just standing regularly, you can't really tell. But if I like flex my chest muscle, you can tell that there's almost like a divot here now. And so, I mean, it is what it is. But as far as like the tour itself and the time that I had over there, it was just so surreal. The people were fantastic. The culture is fantastic. Everything over there is super cheap. The food's delicious.
I was just about to ask about the food. How picky of an eater are you? Were you
not at all? I'm a very adventurous eater. I'll try just about anything.
So you just ordered whatever looked good on the menu then, or did you have knowledge to order certain foods?
Certain stuff I did have like the knowledge of. Other shit I just kind of won. Like, so Google Translate has a feature where you can like open your camera and like you can like hover it over text and it translates the text to English.
It's amazing.
So like I kind of was doing that on food menus and stuff, so that made it a little easier. But like I knew there was some certain shit that I wanted to try. Like I tried the horse sashimi, so it's like raw horse sliced very thin. That shit was actually bomb. I had it like 3 times. I was
gonna ask, how was that?
Yeah, no, it was pretty solid. I had it, like I said, I think I had it 3 times when I was there.
Wow.
Of course, like I had Wagyu, super good ramen. The sushi's phenomenal. If you dig sushi,
I was gonna say, is the sushi, does it just make everything here taste like shit?
Yes. So like that same squared circle, Sonny Ono was there with Ultimo Dragon, and that squared circle was maybe like 2 or 3 weeks before I left to go. And Sonny was talking to me about, giving me some like little pointers. And he said, listen, I'm going to tell you this. Every train station and like department store will have like food courts. He's like, and all of them will have sushi. He said they don't keep sushi overnight. They will just, at like an hour before they close, they will heavily discount whatever they have left to just get rid of it. He's like, so you could get a massive plate of sushi for like $4. So I was like,
hell yeah,
all right,
dude.
Cool. I'm going to test this theory. So by my hotel, there was a department store, and I went over there one night, and I got this massive, like, just tray of sushi. And I mean, it was a big ass one. I got the like party platter, and it was like $7. And it was just department store sushi, and it was better than anything I'd ever had before in the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're just over there eating like a king,
bro.
Yeah.
And for cheap.
We're over
and
here
for cheap,
freaking $70 for 2 rolls of, 4 rolls of sushi or whatever.
And you don't have to tip.
Hey, Gold Star's got $6.
Really? So that's not a thing over there. Tipping is not a thing.
Mm-mm. No.
Really?
Nope.
That's interesting.
Nope. It's like, it's not even that. It's like, if like you would get more of a side eye if you tipped than not. You know what I mean?
Really?
It's like,
okay.
It's just because they would either just think you accidentally left your money behind, so they would chase you down trying to give it back to you, or they would like view it as like you think they're a charity.
Like
that, you know what I mean?
Insulting.
Yeah, because
wow.
It's like just because they get paid a decent wage to
right.
for the work they do. I know that's a really crazy concept.
Oh, it's insane. Why would you do that?
I'm insulted that every freaking credit card machine, no matter if you're at McDonald's or getting a beer at a concert, or every restaurant has a tip thing in the menu. And I feel like a dick when I don't tip.
Dude, the fucking concession stands at the Red Stadium have tip things now.
And they stare into your soul. They're like,
getting me up.
They're like,
relax.
They're like, here, it's going to ask you a question.
Yeah. They do. It's crazy. Or like, dude, there was a tip thing
It's going to ask you a question. Answer wisely.
On the self-serve UDF, you know how they got like a mini UDF in there? You go and grab a beer and you scan it your fucking self. There's a tip thing on that. What do I tip myself for grabbing a beer out of the fridge?
Yeah, that's insane.
Like what?
There's a person just standing there though, like
literally
monitoring it to make sure. Yeah. So I guess that's who you're tipping.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I tip well when it's
me too. When it's warranted. When it's
All waitresses that actually go and get me refills and stuff and actually have work, they get tipped heavily. You know what I mean? But I'm not one to want to tip at especially like Riverbend where they're like, here's your $14 margarita.
You want to go ahead and just round up to that 20 you just handed me?
Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, Japan sounds awesome. That's definitely a place I would really love to visit. And if I do ever get to go over there, I would love to catch a show while I'm over there because I feel like that
you definitely should.
Like the experience has to be so different as a fan too.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
It's
a very different vibe.
Yeah. I'm going in 2027.
Steve, I want to go to Wrestle Kingdom with you so fucking bad.
Do it, dude. Me and Justin are going in 2027. It's literally like our fucking plan at this point since we haven't been able to go to WrestleMania, with it being in Vegas. So,
well,
hey, WrestleMania might be in Tokyo. We don't know.
Hey, for 2027, your option seems better to go to Kingdom.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because actually, fun fact: Wrestle Kingdom is on my birthday every year.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
Yep, January 5th. It's on my birthday every year.
Have you ever been to a Wrestle Kingdom?
No. I've only been to Japan the one time, and it was in the spring. Yeah.
It's me and my brother. We went to I think we went to 5 WrestleManias, 2 Rumbles. We've been all around traveling to go to wrestling. And that's the one thing we haven't done is leave the country for it.
Yeah.
So, and if we're going to leave the country, we don't want to just do Mexico. We want to go fucking all out and go to Japan.
Yeah, Japan's sick. I totally recommend it to anybody who has the means to go.
So what would I do, Crew, as a person who's extremely picky? Is there stuff for super white meat white guys out there?
They have McDonald's.
Okay.
They have McDonald's.
Also,
no, dude, honestly, they have all the big fast food chains. I saw McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
They had I believe I remember seeing a Taco Bell. No, they for sure have Taco Bell.
I bet their shit even looks better though. Like their Taco Bell is probably like the best Taco Bell in America.
I didn't try the Taco Bell, but I did have McDonald's. It was they have also different menu items and shit too. That's real good. They have like a teriyaki burger, which is god tier. Yeah.
I bet that was delicious.
Yeah. And it there's also a burger fast food chain called I think it's Mos Burger, like MOS Burger.
Okay.
But that's very good. So if you're just if you have the taste buds of a 5-year-old, I would maybe suggest going there.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. You're safe, though.
Uncultured swine.
I was just worried I was going to get over there and everything's going to be like squids and shit. And I'm scared to death.
Starving.
See, and that's the problem, Crew.
Just eat a squid, dog.
If I go to Wrestle Kingdom with this guy, I'm going to be like you, where I am going to want to go try everything. And I got to wait for this motherfucker outside of a McDonald's if
they've got an option, like an American corner in the menu, and it's just,
the kids menu.
Yeah, they had chicky nuggies.
Yeah.
American mac and cheese.
Yeah. Dino nuggets and
you guys have
they got like Godzilla nuggets.
Yeah. So have you traveled anywhere else outside the country other than Japan?
Not for wrestling.
Not for wrestling, okay.
No, I've been to the Dominican Republic a few times.
I feel like you do.
I did wrestle in Canada. My bad. I did wrestle in Canada. Yeah.
I just feel like you do some cool shit like over in the UK or something like that. I feel like you do well over there.
I would love to do Europe at some point. I just need to figure out how to make it happen.
For sure.
Yeah, that's definitely a bucket list thing, though.
Yeah. I think your character would work well over there. They're like a good brood over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, are you a gamer at all, man? Do you play video games at all?
I do when I have time. Last couple years, I haven't really had as much time to really like game. It's funny. I'm sitting at a fucking really nice gaming PC that never gets used.
Yeah.
I built this actually like, when COVID decided they were just going to give us a bunch of free money for shit. I built a gaming PC and because I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to be in the house a lot.
Yeah. Why not?
Might as well. Because I was like, yeah, God, I started playing World of Warcraft again during COVID just because I had nothing else to do. I was like, you know what? I'm going to build a PC because I never had a good gaming PC. So
why not?
Yeah. So now I've when I get a free few minutes, I'll play like Marvel Rivals, but that's about all I'm doing these days.
I play the shit out of first person stories like the Death Strandings and shit, but I do get a little bit of fun out of Rivals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A little Fortnite here and there. I like to make the big win on Madden, because they don't win in real life.
The last time I played Madden, I played against my buddy's like 7-year-old, and I made him quit at halftime. He tried to do that bullshit where he like picked the Chiefs because they were like the highest rated team.
Yeah.
So, dude, first play of the game, I hit Jamar on a slant and just ran his ass to the end zone. Jamar hit his gritty, and then the kid's just looking like 2 plays later, pick 6, and he just tossed the controller down and folded his arms.
This isn't how this was supposed to go.
I'm like, listen, kid, I remember playing with fucking Michael Vick. You can't touch me in Madden.
Dude, I remember before I had a buddy that had me get, I think it was like Madden 20 or 21, and I had not touched Madden since like Sean Alexander was on the cover. You know what I'm saying? And
Northern Kentucky OG, dude.
He's having his 14th kid, by the way. Side note.
Yeah.
What?
14.
Philip Rivers, catch up, brother.
He's older than me. He's older than me.
And he has 14 children?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's wild.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. No, that was the merit. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's insane. The memes that came out of that were great. And it was like Philip Rivers hearing that Sean Alexander had his 14th kid, and it's like him like dragging his wife off to the bed. Come here. We got work to do. But yeah, just Madden, it's amazing how much that game has changed from, like the PS2 days to what it is now. And same with like college football. Like I play college football all the time now, like college football 26. I'm in a dynasty, everything like that. Before 25, the last college football I played had Carson Palmer on the cover. So that'll age me a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you were playing that on the Commodore 64.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, it's just crazy the evolution of the sports games. Like you said, you played with Michael Vick back in the day, and all that stuff.
Yeah, because that was the just go out of the gun and just scramble.
Yeah, all day. I'll tell you one I'd still play to this day though. NFL Blitz 2000.
Yep, I was just gonna say that
all day long.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Give me anything with extra animated crazy nonsense, and I'm in.
I love when I can still find like the arcade stand up of that in the wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, they have like all those barcades and shit now. Like you catch NFL Blitz 2000 at one of those, and buddy, I'm glued.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
glued.
The first time I went down to 16-bit, which it isn't even there anymore, unfortunately, but 16-bit down at OTR. Mm-hmm. First time I went down there, that's all I did the entire time I was there. I drank whatever they had like a wrestling themed drink there.
Had a Macho Man.
They had a Macho Man with a Slim Jim in it.
Yes,
I drank
my buddy bartended there, so I used to hang out there quite a bit.
Yeah, I just drank those all night and played NFL Blitz. That was my whole night. It was awesome.
Fucking A. That's a brilliant.
Man, we might have fucked around and played against each other at some point.
Probably.
I used to play strangers in there all the time, bro.
That's that shit, man. I like arcade wise that game Road Rash with the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. The motorcycle with the chains and shit. Yeah, I had that on like the first PlayStation, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'd love to play. I'm at the fucking search and find that now that we've talked about it.
It is crazy looking back at like you talked about at the beginning, like playing on Sega, and like I remember I had the original PlayStation, and like the first football game I got, I think was like NFL Game Day '98, and it had Rod Smith on the cover, like when the Denver Broncos were elite with Elway and Shannon Sharp, Rod Smith, and I remember thinking like, this is the greatest game ever. Like, holy shit. And I go back and like, you can find YouTube videos of those graphics and shit. And you're just like,
oh, dude,
wow,
that's like when No Mercy and shit was on the Nintendo 64.
Yes.
And like those faces, like, you're like, oh my God, these graphics are insane. Like,
so real.
You go back and look at Billy Gunn now and you're like, what the fuck was that? How was that Billy Gunn's face? What the fuck?
There's like still angles to everybody's head. They're like, his head's supposed to be round. Nah, it's a diamond.
Nah, everyone looks like a Cybertruck.
Yeah. Yes.
I was hoping that the AEW game would be a bit more like that since it was coming from the people that made that. I was hoping for a more, build your own shit and play, but it was a little, I don't know. It just wasn't quite there. Maybe the nostalgia is never going to be the same. I don't know. That game, that and WCW NWO No Revenge, those were two of my absolute favorites. Man.
WrestleMania, the arcade game. I had that at the roller rink growing up. It was fucking fantastic.
Are you talking the one like when the Undertaker did his finisher and actual Tombstone came up?
Yes.
Yes, those are.
Dude, I remember for like the original PlayStation, I had like a WWF In Your House game, and it was real cartoony like that. Like, because I'm pretty sure like Doink was on it and like would do all this like super cartoony shit. And then I remember like Shawn Michaels had some move where like the broken hearts would like pop out and everything.
Yeah, that's what they.
I remember.
Man, that'd be cool.
I remember I had WCW versus the World, which was, I've talked about this before, but I looked it up, and I remember I just played with Sting all the time because obviously, but I remember always picking, because I'm a 6-year-old kid. I'm like, I'm gonna pick a guy I don't know to beat the shit out of.
I got something I'm gonna show. I'm gonna take it off the wall. Hold on.
Okay, all right.
You got some Sting shit. I'm gonna be a mark for it. Ah, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
That's fucking so tense.
It's so cool.
So, do you remember back in the day when you would go to like the local fair and they would have like the games where you would throw the darts at the balloons and shit?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that's from.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's older than fuck.
Wow.
I can't believe I finally got to cross him off the list this past couple weeks when we met him at Horror Hound. His line was just too long at Squared Circle, man. That shit with him and Bret Hart both was like, how the fuck am I supposed to wait in a line this long?
You missed the whole convention.
Yeah, you'll miss the entire convention waiting in line for them guys. But no, I got to meet Sting a couple weeks ago at Horror Hound, and he was gracious. Like, he did not really want to do the video because, I did my little shirt videos and stuff, but he was like, so you have the world record for this? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, show me. And I showed him my Instagram, and I have the one of me and Kevin Nash pinned on there. I was like, see, your buddy Kevin did it. And he's like, well, if Kevin did it. And then that was
so what is it that you do?
So I held the world record for going the most consecutive days wearing a pro wrestling t-shirt. I'm on day 1,369. And,
okay.
So a couple, I do videos every day to upload them to a drive. So
is it different shirts?
So 425 days with no repeat. And then after 425 days, I was starting to like consider taking out loans to buy more shirts. So
that's not healthy.
That's not healthy at all. So I started doing repeats then, but since then I've almost encompassed owning 1,000 shirts. I'm very close to that, but I'm at 1,369 days without missing a day. And I do videos every day to upload them to Guinness, so they can verify that they're real and on time and shit. And I do videos with wrestlers, and he was not about it at first, man, but he eventually was like, all right, he acquiesced and did the video with me. Gave me a 2 sweet. I was like, all right, cool.
That's cool.
Sold.
That's cool.
Stinger.
He's like, if I have to do a video with everyone else in the line because of you,
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, Stinger splashed out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Scorpion Death.
Did you guys know he was in an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger?
No.
I've seen it too.
There's a fight scene with him and Chuck Norris, and he gives Chuck Norris a scorpion death drop.
Yes.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure you can just YouTube this if I'm not mistaken. Hold on.
He was the evil biker character Grangus. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
All right, I'm good.
Are you finding this?
Hold on. I'm saving this image so we can pull it up.
Yeah, pull it into the thing.
This is nuts.
Like when Austin was on Nash Bridges. Those were the days, man.
Yeah, dude. There was he legitimately hits Chuck Norris with a scorpion death drop.
That's fucking.
I don't have the scorpion death drop. I just have a picture of him.
Wow.
Grangus.
He looks young.
I want to go watch that episode now. I have to.
Fuck, man.
Oh my god.
Dude. It's crazy. Like somebody told me that, I'm like, no way. And then I went and found it. I'm like, oh, that's so sick.
I just watched the latest the Naked Gun movie with Liam Neeson, and I forgot Cody Rhodes was in it. So when he fucking pops up, I pop. It's Cody. It's on Paramount Plus, by the way. If anybody subscribes.
Was it good?
It's funny, but I enjoyed the. I mean, it's not Leslie Nielsen, but it's in the same.
Right.
Seth MacFarlane directed it.
Okay.
I've been wanting to watch that, so I think I'm gonna have to see it.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the movies and watch it. I didn't pay to stream it or pay additional to stream it.
I'll tell you, speaking of Cody Rhodes in a movie, I am so interested to see him as Guile in Street Fighter.
I just want a proper Street Fighter movie, man. It's about damn time.
It's gonna be
Jean-Claude Van Damme shit was dumb.
Everyone in it. 50 Cent is freaking Balrog.
Yeah.
What?
It works.
What is going on?
Jason Momoa as Blanca,
You're getting some love in the comments here. This dude's beard is fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm handsome, I know.
But
I appreciate you acknowledging that.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, we were talking about the Bengals woes. At least the Reds are in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's fucking go.
Yes.
Yo, has anyone ever told you that you and Dalton McKenzie sound almost exactly the same?
Which one of us?
Oh, Big Rig up there.
Me? Really?
Yeah, you and Dalton sound almost exactly the same.
That's funny. We'll have to, next time we see him at a show, we'll have to do a side-by-side. And talk
you guys could do that Spider-Man meme.
That'd be good.
My son is getting really into indie wrestling lately, and he knows who Dalton is because I show him videos and stuff on my phone, and he's seen him in a couple matches. But we went to the Bengals, what was it, where it's like you can come in for the last practice before the season started, before the preseason.
Oh, yeah.
We went in there, and my son recognized him, and he was like, "Dad, is that Dalton?" I was like, "Yeah." And I pulled on Dalton's shoulder for a second. I was like, "Hey, man, my son's obsessed." And he was like, my son asked for a photo, and he was super cool to him and got down on his level and was real cool with him, dude. Dalton, like I was telling the guys afterwards, I was like, Dalton's forever in my book. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, Dalton's a homie.
Yeah, he could be the most evilest heel possible. And I'll be like, yeah, well, they deserve it. You know what I mean?
Probably had it coming.
He was good to my boy. I don't care what he did. Hey, you know what? First off, Mr. Trauma King, don't be talking shit about our
Here you go.
Comment. I am 0-4. I didn't want to talk about this fucking publicly, but I guess we're going to fucking talk about it publicly. I'm 0-4. Okay, all I wanted was for Mike to lose because Mike's a 2-time champion of the DWO League. Some bitch had to auto draft, and he is in fucking first place.
Oh yeah, that would be a no-go.
Not anymore.
No,
yeah. But to be fair, I won the league last year with a 7-7 record. Yeah. So
real stiff competition in that league. It sounds like.
Nah,
I mean legit. Well, like if a 500 fucking.
Yeah.
No, Crew. If you saw our scoring, it's
ballooned.
Our scores are like 430 to 389.
Do you all have some of that goofy shit where it's like if a quarterback makes a tackle, he scores 100 points?
No. It's more like so.
We get points for pass attempts, dude.
We have people think about people going like, for example, having 300-yard games and no passing touchdowns, so they got like shit for points. So the caveat with that was like, okay, let's give him points for yards. So basically, every offensive character has a chance to score 0.2 points for every 10 yards they get. So that adds up. You know what I mean? So you get somebody with 150 yards. That's a significant amount of points to add on to your guy's character. So
sure,
it just, I don't know, makes it more interesting in a way.
It definitely changes draft strategy.
Yeah, for sure.
It's also that, to be fair, this league is not for any amount of money at all.
Oh, it's just a purely, if it's a fuck off league, then sweet. Yeah.
It's purely fuck off league. If this was for money, I'd have some fucking things to say, because there are times where people score way more points, and I'm like, that guy did not have nearly as good a game as this guy have, and this guy has more points. So
when a kicker has 60 something points.
Yeah, because you get like 50 points for a 50-plus yard field goal. It's fucking insane.
Hey, man, you got to have good players. You know?
That does sound kind of just like fun, though. Like, chaotic, in the most chaotic way imaginable.
It is. That's why it's fun, because there's no money involved. It's just like, well, I'm going to see what my team does this week. We'll see what happens. Like, you almost want to start like Jameis Winston, because you know he's going to fucking throw 70 times or whatever. And you're like, well, I get points for every pass attempt. So
you know what would be so cool is if the Bengals traded for Jameis Winston.
Right.
I was saying that this morning.
Give me a spark of hope. I would just,
dude, listen, send them.
You know how fun that would be to watch?
Yes.
Even if they don't win.
It's got to be more fun than what the fuck we're watching now.
Anything is more fun than what we're watching right now.
Nailing my ball to a step stool is more fun than whatever the fuck I watched yesterday.
Yeah. Like, even if Jameis Winston throws as many interceptions as he does touchdowns, at least he's throwing bombs to Chase and Higgins, and even if we're losing by 3, it's 43-3, you know, or whatever.
And he's just
like
such a dude. You know what I mean? Like, Jameis Winston is just such a dude that, like, I feel like him just being present
just
like the morale.
What is he, like, third string in like?
Oh my god,
Giants.
Amazing.
Is he third string in the Giants? I couldn't remember if he went to the Giants or the Jets. They both stacked up on old quarterbacks.
No, because Jackson Dart is starting at the Giants now, so Russell Wilson got moved to number 2, and then Winston's 3.
Knowing the Bengals, they'll get Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you know what? Still, probably still better than whatever the fuck's going on.
440 plus points this week for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about old Kirk Cousins, man. I don't.
Too expensive.
I liked him in quarterbacks, but that's about it.
I would be cool with Cousins, but it would have to be like some kind of a sweetheart deal. Like, I don't want to give up too much because, like,
just give me Winston and make this season fun to watch. That's all I want.
Yeah,
it's crazy that we're in week 4 and we're this disheartened. But we've lost Joe. We just lost Noah Fant.
Noah Fant isn't that serious.
This is concussion, I think.
I watched the Bengals offensive line, 5 offensive linemen, give up a sack to 3 defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Both defensive ends.
To be fair,
circles.
To be fair, I was live tweeting that from my burner account last night. And to be fair, my burner account is just not my wrestling account. It still has my face on it. I don't try to hide who I am. The opinions are mine and I own them. But I was just like, I can't be surprised that both fucking defensive ends came running just fucking untouched when the last 4 plays they have snapped the ball as the zeros are hitting on the play clock. It's like they've got it fucking timed. It's like, as long as they're watching the play clock, they know when they're going to fucking go. So, like, they literally had, like, in one drive, had, like, 2 delay games. They had a delay a game on a fucking punt.
Yeah.
On a punt.
Imagine that. They did shoot themselves in the foot a lot with that, and I did notice that. But
it hurts.
The Bengals' offensive line is fucking atrocious.
Yeah. Well, there's that.
Let's be real. They couldn't stop a wet fart, dude.
I like Fairchild. I do like Fairchild, but, you know, he's one guy of 4, you know, like, so he can't.
And I don't know what happened to Mims was like all world at Georgia. And now he's just like, I don't know how to block anybody. It's crazy to me. I don't get
a massive human.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
but
don't,
like, I don't know, man. I try to stay optimistic and I try to fucking not be the negative Nancy all the time when it comes to the Bengals. But that's like, to me, like, because I'm around wrestling so much, like, I don't watch it anymore because I'm just around it so much that I'm kind of like jaded. I don't want it to consume any more of my time. So football is like my fandom thing. That's my fandom thing. So it's like, I put energy and like emotion into this shit. Like, I at least want to see some level of reciprocation from the front office that you at least give somewhat of a fuck, you know? Like, because right now I feel like with you have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, fucking Mike Gesicki, Chase Brown, you have all these weapons and can't find the fucking end zone once in a game. That's either piss poor coaching, bad quarterback play, or a combination of the two. And something needs to change, or it's gonna.
You know, I hate to be negative about the coaching because I really try not to be. Same. But I think I have PTSD from having Marvin Lewis as a coach for so long and them not doing anything. I think everything I've seen out of Zach Taylor, I'm just like, it's almost like he doesn't have the mentality to coach this team. Like, he doesn't have the.
So I think Zach Taylor is a wonderful human being. I think he's a great guy.
I do too.
And I'm not dogging him as a human, but I think from a coaching perspective, I just think he's too soft.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
He does the whole like soft parenting shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, And it's every time they have a shit game, I'm so fucking tired of him just going into the press conference and going, well, guys, we just got to put our best foot forward and find a way to win.
Yeah.
Best foot forward. I think your best foot forward is out the fucking door at this point.
Yeah.
Because it's like
fucking Dan Campbell, dude.
Dude, I have said that to anyone with a set of ears. Give me a coach like Dan Campbell who's going to celebrate with you when you're playing well and winning, but he's going to get in your ass if you're sucking. And he's not going to sugarcoat shit.
I need a coach with a fire under his butt, please.
Dude, I wanted Vrabel so bad this offseason. Bad. I was like, ugh.
I want a football guy.
Would be a great turnaround for our defense, but you know, it's rough, man. Being a Cincinnati sports fan, I will say, with the addition of the soccer league over the last few years, that's been cool to see them have success. You know what I mean? Like, so that's cool, but we've not had a lot of success in Cincinnati, period. And it's suffering. You know what I mean? The Cyclones, I tried so hard to get behind them one season and they just let me down too. And it's just like,
I saw a goalie fight at a Cyclones game, and that was one of the sickest things. That was one of the sickest things I've ever witnessed with my own eyeballs. The Cyclones goalie got his ass whipped, son. Like, because like it was like a full team brawl. Like, everyone's going at it, blah blah blah. And then I guess like there's like this unwritten rule where if one goalie gets involved, then I guess the other one has to just like meet him at center ice. It's just like some unwritten thing, bro. They started circling. Fucking the away goalie, straight left, overhand right on his way down. So like the left, snapped his head back and he started to fall. The right sent him to the rest of the way, and then he bounced his head off the ice. So it was it was the cleanest two-piece I've ever seen in my entire life. And dude, he just got the shit knocked out of him. It was incredible.
You guys had to go so far to fight, and that's what you
and you went so far just to get mopped up, dude. Like, I couldn't. If I was that goalie, bro, I would have to like move like to a different city. Like, I wouldn't show my face again.
Hockey live is so fun. That's one of them sports like I couldn't. It's about the only way I enjoy it. Race like NASCAR racing. If you're there, it's an experience. If not, it's just.
They're very circles. Friendly, man. You get the Star Wars nights and bobbleheads and $2 hot dogs and $2 beers, and just you don't see that shit very often at other stadiums and stuff, man. So that's why I like going to Cyclones games. I feel like I could take my whole family and not break $300-400 guaranteed.
Yeah, Cyclone games are a lot of fun. I wish I had I wish I would just go to more. And I think part of that's just on me because when I'm not doing stuff, I'm lazy as fuck.
Same. Yep. Thank God I don't have anything to do.
I've been on the waiting list for Bengals season tickets since 2021, and it's I'm hoping that with I know it's kind of a catch-22, but I'm hoping with the anti-success of the Bengals this year, more people will
relinquish theirs.
Yeah, relinquish theirs and let me get off that list because I want to say that I own Bengals season tickets. Like you said, man, I'm very positive with them. I try to keep it.
Yeah, dude, I really do try. Was like there were so many people last week after that embarrassment in Minnesota that were like, man, all right, fucking hang it up, season's over. I'm like, yo, dog, we're still 2-1. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like let's just pump the brakes. Sometimes people have bad weeks. They made a lot of bonehead mistakes with like fumbles and shit. I'm like, maybe the Denver game will be like they'll come out play with a chip on their shoulder, and I couldn't have been more wrong.
Yeah.
To get right game just for the wrong
It just straight up looked uninspired.
Well, the first drive was like, all right.
Yeah, I live tweeted that too. I was like, fuck yeah, Browning looks confident. They're moving the ball.
And then they didn't do shit the rest of the game.
No.
Well,
besides piss me off.
I've been a Cincinnati sports fan since before I can remember. When they won the AFC Championship and made it to the Super Bowl, I hugged my dad and cried. Like the Bengals are my team forever and always, and I will always try to be positive, and I will always come in with the hope that we are going to win the Super Bowl every single year.
Oh, dude, yeah, me too. Every year, it's going to be that every year until they give me a reason not to that season. Which right now, I think Burrow going down was my reason why this year.
It's still not impossible in my brain. In my brain, they can still do it. And I feel like I have to keep that mentality or I can't be a fan. I don't know. Like I have to always believe in it.
I mean, honestly, and I know this is, tinfoil hat time here, but like with the way that the rest of the AFC North is playing, it's not out of the question. The Ravens are not looking good right now.
Lamar's hurt now.
Lamar's allegedly hurt. They just look like shit. They're running into the problem that all their fans dogged us last year because they're like, hey, you guys can go ahead, go up, put up 40 points. You're going to give up 43 on defense. That's literally what they're doing this year.
Right.
And I couldn't be happier about it.
Well, and part of that, I hate to give the Ravens credit, but 7 of their starters are hurt right now.
Hamstring.
Yeah, I think they misspelled heartstring because he's just his heartstrings are hurt.
Oh man, look, it's. I think that's just we're going to have that bane of our existence as Cincinnati fans for the rest of our lives. There's going to be a struggle with everything. So if we get wins out of it, right now I'm hitching my wagon so hard to the Cincinnati Reds. I just want them to at least win tonight. You know what I mean? Give me one.
Hey, they swept the Dodgers earlier this year, so it's
how long did we go without getting swept? You know what I mean? So it's possible.
We only got swept once this year, right?
I think if it just depends on what team shows up to play ball because the Reds are notorious about being real streaky one way or the other, or they find a way to just fuck up a lead. Like they've been really good at that this year. They can blow a 6-run lead, no questions asked.
And it's like if they lose that lead, that's it. The air's out of their sails. They're done.
But I like I said, I'm gonna watch the game tonight with a smile on my face and hope in my heart. So
keep hope alive.
Yeah, give me something to fucking smile about.
Since we've already hit our hour and we're already over our hour, I want to hit these. We have 2 questions that we always ask every guest before we wrap this up. And Mike hit you with the first one, and then Big Rig will follow up with the second. Go ahead, Mike.
All right.
Yeah, certainly. Us dads are very budget-minded individuals, so we like to ask all of our guests, what do you keep your thermostat set to?
So I am a real budget-friendly piece of shit. I have had my air off for weeks. I actually just turned it back on when we started this podcast, and it is set at oh shit, what the fuck is it set at? 73.
Ooh, he's a warm boy.
Tearing up, guys. So proud right now.
Dude, we're like that too. Like if it is even feels remotely good outside, that air is off and my windows are open.
Yep.
For sure.
I have a fucking gnarly fan in my bedroom, and that is just good enough. Like it 100% is good. My room's not like my bedroom isn't huge, so if we shut that door and just keep all that fan air in there, boy,
you're good.
Yeah.
Well, the other one is just real simple. Doesn't need to be anything deep, but just what's something you're thankful for today?
Thankful for today. I am thankful for the fact that the Reds are in the postseason, that I get to watch ball into October, and I'm going to eat good food while I do it. I don't know what that is yet, but it's going to be something good. So that's what I'm thankful for today. And I'm thankful to get to hang out with you guys this evening.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
We're thankful for that too, man. For real.
Yeah, it was a good time. I really enjoyed this. Most podcasts, I don't have fun on. This one I did. So
awesome. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
That's all we want.
We have heard that before from other folks. Not every podcast is fun, but ours tends to be.
Listen, most of them are just the same fucking question.
So, well, who's your Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling? How did you get into this business?
And I love how they ask it like they're like part of it. They're like, "How did you get into this wonderful business of ours?"
And that we're a part of, yeah.
Yeah,
like, dude. I bought a MacBook and started recording myself talking about wrestling. I am not a part of this business,
dude. And
I am adjacent,
and that's sick. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's completely cool.
But here's the thing: starting this podcast and putting this microphone in front of my face. We've had some really fucking cool experiences,
and dude, and that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
You got to do me a favor at some point. At least just drop a word. We've already asked him before once, and he kind of brushed us off. Out of all of your cohorts in this area, there's one stalwart that I consider like the Bret Hart of Cincinnati. He's just kind of brushed us off, and I think it's because he thinks we're one of those podcasts. But if you could just tell Aaron Williams that we're not nerds,
I got you. No,
we're nerds, but we're the good kind.
We're the good kind of nerds, you know.
Yeah, I got you. Aaron is definitely. I do consider Aaron to be the workhorse of this area. He's like kind of the measuring stick of the Midwest. I feel like he's the one that he could legitimately get a good match out of anyone. But if you come back from a match and Aaron is putting over like, hey man, that was pretty daggone good, bud. Shoot. Nah, that's.
Oh yeah.
So
he's on that list too, man.
So Aaron doesn't curse. He's a good Christian boy. He doesn't cuss. So he has some really funny replacement words.
Is he like a what the French toast kind of guy?
Hey, sort of, yeah, yeah. And he'll do the or what did he say one day? He went, well, shucky darn. I'm like, what? Shucky darn. And he's like, yeah, man,
darn. Also, I just saw this and I didn't even realize it. Bloodsport poster behind you. Hell yeah.
Frank Duke.
I have some pretty sick shit in this room. I have that Unsanctioned Pro Grand Theft Auto art flag there.
That's sick.
That's me up there. There's Aaron Williams there.
Hell yeah.
Got the Bloodsport gimmick. I got a bunch of figures. What else we got? Some guitars on the wall, record player with the Kevin Nash table banner from WrestleCade or WrestleCon.
Yeah. All right.
My buddy yanked that off the table and just folded it up and put it in his shit and left. So here, do you want this? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
Somebody somewhere is like, that's where the fuck that is.
I won't say which buddy grabbed it, but it was given to me as a gift, and I wasn't going to say no, and it looks cool with my record player sitting on it.
Absolutely. Mine, so. Absolutely. Well, man, seriously, I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for coming on. This has been an absolute blast. And hopefully we get to hang out with you again soon. I'm sure we'll see you at shows and in conventions. Definitely at Squared Circle, but hopefully before that.
Yeah, dude. If I don't see you before, I'll definitely see you there.
All right, awesome.
Unless, of course, Japan calls, and then I'm fucking out of here.
Well, yeah, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Well, as always, we have been the DWO podcast. I am Big Rig Eric Maffey. He is Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Bo Cephas, and he is the one, the only Merciless Lord Crewe. You can check us out on all the socials at DWO_podcast, Facebook at the DWO podcast, TikTok at DWO_pod. Get that dad merch, that Pro Wrestling Tees, TeePublic, or message us directly. Crew, you got any plugs you want to throw in before we get out of here?
Yeah, man, just give me a follow on social media, and it is at Lord Crewe Kills on all platforms. Keep an eye on my socials for any upcoming events. Come see me live. That'd be sick. Come see me at the merch table. I'm in Philly this weekend at the Animate convention. Next weekend, I am at Exodus Pro in Cleveland on the 11th. And then I'm in New York City for Dave Marquez's Gotham Wrestling on Thursday the 17th. So if you're in that area, come see me.
Awesome. I want to get out to New York at some point and see a show. I've never seen wrestling in New York City. I feel like that's got to be a fucking kick.
I've never wrestled in proper New York City. I've wrestled outside of the city and then in like Jersey, but I've never wrestled in actual New York City. So this will be cool.
Hell yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much all we got. Excuse me. Like, subscribe, listen, follow, all that good stuff. And until next time, top dads.